Hello students, I hope you all keep fine. This class is the continuation of the previous class, birthday lecture by Jawaharlal Nehru. Okay, let's quickly recall the previous class. Here Jawaharlal Nehru writes a letter to his daughter Indira. Okay, when he was writing a letter in the year of 1930, he was a prisoner, right, in the place of Naini. Then in that letter he mentioned some points. What he was writing, he was a dislike of sermonizing. Sermonizing meaning advising to others, right? Have to do this, you are not supposed to do this. These are the things. He wasn't like sermonizing or advising others. At this point he mentioned in that. Then he was talking about the gift. Usually in his daughter's birthday he presents some solid gift, but this time he was in the prison, so that he couldn't give any gift for that. So he was asking what present could I give, like that he was questioning, and he said only my gift is related to what is mind and heart, like that he was telling and writing letter to her. So he asked her, when you read this letter, please just assume as if we are talking together, then only you can get the point. Then moreover they discuss a lot of points, literature, history, all these things, right? He strongly believes when the people simply instead of lecturing, people each other should discuss certain topics. Through that definitely some truth comes out, so that they can understand and they can take it very deep, that particular point, and they can change, right? So at that point he strongly believes. Clear? Then let's continue the fourth paragraph. In history we read, so he was talking a lot of things in that he was mentioning. Okay, in history we read great periods in the life of nation. Yeah, they read a lot in a history. Usually we too, in our childhood itself, we read about Gandhi, Subhash Chandra Bose, lot of leaders, right? Similarly, great leaders, we read a lot of great people of nation, of great men and women. Do you remember how fascinated meaning impressed and attracted you were when you first read the story of Joan of Arc? This father, Jawaharlal Nehru reminding her, okay, do you remember once you read Joan of Arc, that time you impressed a lot by that character, and how your ambition was to be something like her. Then you fixed your ambition even to become like her. Do you remember that? Like that he was asking. Okay, ordinary men and women. See here, Joan of Arc, who was a woman, okay, 13-year-old only. Actually she's from France. In France this Joan of Arc is worshipped as God. Okay, then here once there was war between this France and England. It is called 100 Years War. Okay, so this Joan of Arc also was a part of in that war at the age of 13. Okay, she was so young that time. Then at the age of 14, her father forced her to get married, but she denied and she complained that. So she didn't get. She refused that boldly. That much a brave girl, who this Joan of Arc. Then later at the age of 19, she was caught by this England. Okay. Actually the war is between France and England. She was from France. Okay, so this England people, this during war, they caught this Joan of Arc, and in the public place of market they tied her and they burned her. Okay, so in her young age, very young age, she sacrificed her life for the sake of country, for her country. That much a brave girl. That is what says Joan of Arc. Okay. Clear? Then here he says ordinary men and women are not usually heroic. Usually ordinary people just they take care of their work, this only. They are not, we cannot say they are hero and heroine. Okay, they think of their bread and butter of their children. Usually normal people, bread and butter meaning food. Okay, they think about their food, their kids, their household choirs and worries. This is what they think about, and the day routine moves, right? This is what ordinary people lives scheduled in this way only. Then but a time comes when old people become interested in a great cause. But when a time comes, definitely this all the ordinary people become an important one, hero and heroic. The history helps even simple ordinary men and women to become heroes. See, for example, if we take it a Jallikattu, there, see, all this ordinary people from all the family, they took part, then it become history, right? Similarly, this ordinary people, they just take care of their household choirs, and they think about their food, bread and butter, like this. But once when a event occur, definitely all the people, this ordinary people, when they get together for a purpose, definitely it become history, and each people become hero and heroine. Clear? That is what says here. Become heroes. Great leaders have something in them which inspires all people and makes them great deeds. Definitely there would be a great leader, okay, who would guide them and guide them for great deeds, helping others. Okay. Then in India, great leader full of love for all who suffer and eager to help them. See, if we take leaders from our country, definitely they helped. How they become leader? Only by helping the poor people. Okay. One who is suffering, poor people, they help, and has inspired our people to great action and noble sacrifice. They definitely sacrifice their life for noble actions, okay, helping others, okay, taking care of others. So through that only they come up and they become great leader. Then only all the people, this normal, ordinary people accompany with this leader and they create history, right? Then he has helped to make the starving and poor, the oppressed free and happy. He has helped to make the starving. This people, this leader has so many disciples, okay, assistants. This people also, he make them to help the starving. Starving meaning one who is in hunger, okay, hungry. Then the poor people, then oppressed free from. There are people enslaved by their family members. So this people also let them free and happy. So all these things done by this great leaders. Clear? Then Babuji is in prison. Here Babuji refers to the Gandhi. Okay. Is in prison that time, but the magic of his message has stolen the hearts of Indians million. See, once this Gandhiji, when he was in the prison, but his words, that inspired all the people, this ordinary people, that made changes in our country. Okay, so at the back of Gandhi, millions of people were there for freedom fight. Okay, then men and women and even little children also impressed by Gandhiji's words, fine, come out their little shells. Here people were restricted, okay, in their house, small house. So all these people by Gandhi's words, they come out from their house, their small shells, okay, and become India's soldier of freedom. In India today we are making history, and you and I are fortunate to. Here he says, Nehru says, yeah, India got what is freedom in the history of getting freedom, right? And you and I are, we both are who's talking to Indra, okay. We are fortunate, lucky to see in this happening before our eyes, in front of our eyes only happening this, right? So we are fortunate enough be at this period and to take some part ourselves in this great drama. Of course, we are taking part in this drama. So we are more than fortunate enough. Like that, who's informing, telling through letter? This Jawaharlal Nehru writing this to Indra. Clear this point? Then, if we are to be India's soldiers, if we want to become soldiers of in this India, we have to respect India's honor, and that honor is sacred trust. Definitely, if we want to become soldier, to be soldier of India, we should respect India's honor, which means values. Our country has certain amount of values, right? Definitely we have to respect that, as well as that bond and all is a sacred trust. Okay, we have to respect that. It is it's not easy matter to decide what is right and what is not. Any problem, if we take any problem, it's not quite easy to take the decision which is right and wrong, right? So one little test. So here this Nehru is telling, one little test I shall ask you to apply whenever you are in doubt. Yeah, he is asking his daughter, when you are in confusion or dilemma or in a clarification, so doubt, in that time I give you, you have to ask yourself, see, never do anything in secret and anything that you would wish to hide. Yeah, he's advising, okay, his daughter. What is he saying? I tell you one thing. What is that? Don't do anything secretly. See, nowadays we people do all the maximum things secretly, right? The main thing is because of mobile phone also. In the mobile phone, when we get that, we immediately like to be in a lonely place. So we may think we texted and no one bother, if we deleted, no one bother, like that. Secretly we are doing, but we are trapping somewhere. This we have to avoid. So here he says, don't do anything secretly. Okay, never do anything in secret or anything that you would wish to hide. Yeah, you don't do the thing. Is certain thing, we are wish to hide. We are not ready to reveal to our parents. We may think parent may shout at us, beat us, punish us. If you think like that, please don't do that. Okay, whatever it's, don't do that action. If you are thinking your parents punish you, then you don't do that. Then moreover, you don't do anything secretly. This advice, this valuable advice is given by whom? This Nehru to his daughter. Okay, we too have to follow this one. For the desire to hide anything means that you are afraid. See, if we are hiding from our parents, definitely what does it mean? We are afraid of, right? The meaning, we are afraid. That is why we are hiding. Right? Something wrong, we are doing something wrong. That is why we are getting afraid. That is why we are not ready to reveal to or share frankly with our parents. Right? So he is telling, anything, if you are trying to hide anything, that means you are afraid. Okay. So, and fear is bad thing. Yeah, he is telling, insisting that. Okay. Fear is a bad thing and unworthy for you. That is not good for you. Don't do that. Okay. My daughter is a brave girl. You are not supposed to get fear for anything. So if you don't want to be fear, what do you want to do? You should not do anything secretly. Okay. You should not do anything what you wish to hide. So you have to follow this. Like that, who says? Nehru is telling to his daughter. Okay. Be brave and all the rest follow. Yeah, he tells, then only you can be brave. See, if we are doing any wrong action, definitely we cannot be bold in front of anyone, right? We get afraid. We don't get any brave, right? So, if you want braveness, you should not do any secret things. Then you no need to afraid of anybody, right? You can be brave. Then, and all the rest will follow. Definitely, everything would follow you and you no need to afraid. Clear? Then, you know that in our great freedom movement under Babuji's leadership, under his Gandhiji's leadership, there is no room for secrecy or hiding. Yeah, in that freedom fight, there was no secrecy or any hiding place. They don't hide anything. They just frankly speak in front of any decision or anything with among all other people only they do that. Okay, we have nothing to hide. We are not afraid of what we are do. what we do or what we say. Yeah, well, if we don't do any any secret manner, then why should we afraid? We no need to afraid, you know, there is no point in that. We work in the sun and light. Yeah, we work very frankly, openly, whatever decision, whatever they want to speak, just they speak out. Okay, they don't hide anything. Even so, in our private lives is, let us make friends with the sun and work in the light. And even in the private life also the same they followed. They don't hide anything. Okay, then do nothing secretly in your private life also, with your parents or husbands, whatever it's in our life. We should not hide anything, we should not do secretly anything, nothing secretly. And if you do so, my dear, you will grow up a child of the light, unafraid and serene. If you are following this, what is not doing any deeds secretly, definitely you no need to afraid of anything, and you get serene. Serene meaning peace, calm. You will be so peace and calm in your life. You don't need to worry. Unruffled. Unruffled meaning not nervous, not worry. We don't need to get nervous at any point. Okay. Then whatever may happen, whatever happens, we didn't do anything wrong. Then why should we get afraid? We can be brave and bold. Boldly can face everything, right? That's what he insisted. Please follow this, like that. This Nehru advising to his daughter. Okay. Then I have written a long letter, so he wind up his letter. I have written a long letter to you, and yet still there is so much I would like to tell you. Yeah, I have plenty of things to share with you, but here I wind up. Stop this. How can a letter contain it? Yeah, definitely a single letter cannot express all the thing. Okay, whatever we feel to express, we cannot express it completely in a single letter, right? That is what he says. Then, goodbye, little one, and may you grow up into brave soldier in India's service. He was wishing his daughter, goodbye, my dear daughter, and you have to grow up a brave child, brave daughter, and you have to serve for our country. Like that he was wishing. And with all my love and good wishes, your loving father, Jawaharlal Nehru. Like that he signed. This is what is a precious letter. He talks a lot of literature, a lot of things with her daughter through letters. Through that, many important points he shared in this letter is, should not do anything secretly. If we are doing that, we get afraid. Then we will not become brave, or bravely we will not face anything. So please, you have to avoid that. That point he insisted here. Clear? So this lesson get over. Please read this and learn the hard words, and please write the assignment. What you understood from this, you have to write the story of this prose. Clear lesson. Thank you. Meet you in the next class.